for Joe Caulfield, everyone!
Well, I was going to say thank you, but then you'd stopped. So, fuck you then. Fuck you. Honestly, I just can't believe the things that Paul is allowed to say to you, or with the slag lady and the fingering and everything. And I don't understand a woman dying of her own nails over here, for fuck's sake. It's going to be good. Now, I'm going to crack on because... Oh, don't be frightened of me, sir. It's all right. He actually flinched when I came near him. It's all right, dear. No, but I am going to crack because I have a lot of people I want to slag off. But don't worry, sir. It's not going to be you. I do have other people. Like, I would like to start, and this may be some people in the room, right? Short people, right? No, I've had enough. Like, I get this a lot, right? Because I'm tall. I'm in the supermarket, right? And I get people go, oh, can I get you, can you get me something off the top shelf? I'm fine with that. But I had a short person the other day, right? She didn't ask me. She just poked me. And then I looked down and there she was, right? And this is what she did. She just went, get that for me. And I just thought, fuck off, no. I thought, do you know what? I've had enough of short people. They don't try, do they? Always very needy. Have you noticed that? And they're always like, oh, I can't do that. Could you get that for me? I thought, no, you've had it your own way too long, you lazy little bastards. I thought, right, if the accepted convention is that you're allowed to ask me to get you things off the top shelf, I think I'm allowed to ask you to get me things off the bottom shelf, isn't it? So then I was like, pick up that cat, little short ass, and be quick about it. I don't even have a cat. I just thought, it's heavy, she'll hurt herself. That's all I thought. The other people that piss me off, right, and I have this a lot, and there's a lot of people walking around. You know, those people are like no spatial awareness. They just think they're the only people walking. I'm a fast walker, like to get where I'm going. Trying to get past this woman. I go to the left, she goes to the left. I go to the right, she goes to the right. And you know this, like, I don't know this woman, but have you ever had this? Just in the back of her head, I'm going, I fucking hate this woman. Like, I'm building up a hatred for her. When I eventually get past, I thought, right, I'll look at her just to check. And I looked at her and I was right. I was. She had a spiteful little face. You know, like a little face like that. I thought, oh, I'll just fucking smack her one, right? I didn't, because I didn't want to upset her guide dog. Right, so I didn't. Wouldn't do that. I always feel slightly under pressure with Liverpool, because look at this lady here. I think women in Liverpool, you always really dress up, you look good. I thought, oh, fuck, I've got to make an effort, right? So I have made an effort. I washed my hair. Right, I did wash my hair, and then it fucking rained this afternoon, didn't it? So I don't know if other women think this. Sometimes I just think how lovely it must be to be a bald man. Do you know what I mean? Like, the extra time in your day must be fantastic, isn't it? Just get up in the morning, wash your little face, look in the mirror, spend half an hour crying. You're good to go, aren't you? Bloody lovely, isn't it? Wouldn't have noticed you said, but the light's slightly shining off there. So slightly... Where you've sat you there's almost mean of them, isn't it? Bloody is. And now there's also things like, these people are fucking annoying. You may have gone out, if you've gone out for dinner, maybe you had one with you tonight. People with food allergies. I don't mind if you've got a food allergy, but if you have, shut the fuck up. Right, my mate Carol, every time we go out, she's like, I can't have that, I'm lactose intolerant. Are you really though, Carol? Or are you just a dull person trying to make yourself seem more interesting? Do you ever think that? I'm like, oh, go on, have a piece of cheese. Let's see what happens. What? Oh, she's having difficulty breathing, apparently. Now we've got to call an ambulance. Carol loves that. More fucking attention for Carol, isn't it? You're trying to decide what to eat, and she's there going, well, I can't have gluten. It makes me nauseous. It makes me feel sick. I can't have gluten. I don't want to know what makes you feel sick. I don't sit there going, oh, do you know what? I've got terrible piles at the moment. Hurts when I have a shit. Would you like a dessert? Chocolate pudding? Have I put you off for some reason? Hate people. And also in lockdown, now there's some things that people did in lockdown that were all right in lockdown, but now they've got to stop, right? Hobbies that people took up. Hobbies. Crafting. What the fuck is that about? Do you know the sort of thing I mean? People going, oh, I'm painting pebbles. Well, stop it. Nobody fucking wants them. I had a woman in a comedy club the other night. She was a pebble painter, right? So I said to her, I went, why do you do it? And she went, it passes the time. Just fucking kill yourself. And it just... Honestly, if you can't think what to do with your time, just end it now, isn't it? Another friend, she was making animals out of felt because it was relaxing. When there's drugs readily available on the streets. My mate bought a sewing machine, started making her own clothes, and she goes to me, Joe, did you know that everything I'm wearing I've made myself? Did you notice that everything I'm wearing I'd made myself? I'm like, yes, I fucking did. You look like shit. Look in the mirror. Oh, you can't, you've painted it. Take up a normal hobby, like me. Online shopping, that is a good hobby. Who combines online shopping with alcohol? Excellent combination, isn't it? Because then every day is a surprise. Isn't it? You just look at shit arriving going, maybe I do ski. I don't fucking know. Interested to see what you think, right? My neighbour, she was doing online shopping. I feel she overreacted with this, right? So I took a parcel in for her. Then I bring it round, being nice. It was quite a big box. I thought I'll carry it into her hallway for her. Now, in her hallway, she's got a shelf there with some photographs, one of which was of her dog, died a couple of years ago. And as I walked in, I knocked that over, right, and it smashed. Obviously, I apologised. I said, God, I'm really, really sorry. I'll replace the frame. And she said, it's not about the frame. It's about the photo. I was like, yeah, all right, but the photo's fine. If I get you a new frame, that'll be good as new. It wasn't like it was a nice frame. It was a shitty, cheap little frame, right? And also, I've apologised, but she's still staring at me. And she went, I can't believe you did that. Like I'd done it on purpose. I thought, it's an accident. These things happen. I've apologised. I'm getting her a new frame. I don't know why she's still making this weird and just staring at me. And then she shouted at me. And she went, well, you wouldn't understand because you're not a dog owner. So I said, well, neither are you. Thank you. I thought she overreacted. Sometimes I'm not good at sensing things. Like I had to come off Facebook, right? Because I don't have the right tone. Like my friend put up a picture. It was a cute picture of her son Lucas, right? He's about 3.5. And it said Lucas at his first Tiny Tots football game. And there's Lucas. And they've got little nets, little sponge balls. And he's trying to kick the ball. But he's quite clearly falling over at the same time. So I'd put him up for transfer, looks a bit shit, right? And I was thinking, it's quite a funny thing to put. I wonder what other people have put. You know, I was looking forward to reading their comments. It was only when I read the other comments, I was like, oh, fuck, I've misread the room here. So, I mean, everyone else will put, like, really encouraging things, like, oh, Lucas looks brilliant. Bet he'll play for England one day. I'm like, are you fucking looking at the kid I'm looking at? He's falling over. Anyway, that child's going to play for England for some sort of Make-A-Wish Foundation Day out. I didn't put that, to be honest. I thought, there is a limit. There is a limit on Facebook. So how many people, I don't know if we've got a couple. Is this a couple here? Nicely dressed couple. Very nicely dressed. It's like you're matching in your nicely dressedness. And what are you to these people? You're the sun to them. Lovely. Nice looking couple. How long have you been together? Oh, 12 years. There's a story here. The story is the son is incredibly mature for 12. 12 going on 18, are you? 19? And are you? Is you the child of both of you? He's a stepson to you? Yeah, to you. Oh, lovely. Oh, it's very nice, and you gave him a nice, like, I love my stepson because I fucking have to. Yeah. That's part of the deal with the lovely woman that's so nicely dressed. I have to love the stepson very much. Oh, that is very lovely. Yeah, 12 years. So were you with other people before then? Like, well, obviously you were. Sorry, I've made your mother seem a bit slutty there. Sorry. No, obviously you. Back away, Joe. Fucking back away. No, but you look very nice. It's a happy couple. Yeah. So 12 years. That's quite good. How long are you two together? 22. Oh. I can beat that. Nearly 25 years I've been married, I know. No, I'm not happy about it, sir. No. I'm not happy. What I am is fucking lazy. You know, I think about being single. I'm like, oh, it'd be great to be single. And then I think, oh, but I also would like to stay in this house. You know, and And the idea of going dating seems very exhausting, and you have to be nice, don't you? Like my friend is dating now. She's divorced and she's dating. And I went on like a double date, me and my husband and her and this bloke she's seeing. And I didn't recognize my mate Shona. I was like, who the fuck is this woman? You know, so agreeable and laughing at everything. And I'm like, oh, she's normally drunk and fucking swearing at everybody. And she's like, oh, how amusing. No, I don't really drink. Who the fuck are you, right? We've been married a long time. I think we've been married a long time. My husband is Scottish, and that helps because I don't really understand what he's saying. You know, I just hear a noise going, oh, and I'm like, oh yeah, whatever. And but also time apart. Like I'm away a lot. I think that's good for relationships because you get to miss the person, and that's quite nice. It's romantic. You miss them. Does he go away a lot? You're smiling like I wish he would fuck off. Yeah. He does go away. Well, what do you do to go away, sir? You're a genealogist. Family trees. I don't see why you have to leave the house for that, though. I feel that's a fucking lie, isn't it? He doesn't need to leave the house for that. Why do you leave? Does she make you leave? Go and do that stupid made-up job somewhere else. Is that what she said? Genealogist. Family trees. Why do you leave to do it, though? It's boring at home. I think I'm about to... think I've inadvertently broken up a couple here. So, no, come on, out with it. You're bored at home, and what are your feelings? Yeah. So, genealogy, yeah. And you do family trees, and people pay you to do that.
Yeah, I go meet lawyers around the country.
You meet lawyers? Oh, all right, then. Well, no, it's really not exciting, no. We were quite excited by family tree, and then, what the fuck is that about? No wonder you're glad he's gone. Oh, thank fuck for that, yes. Oh, what was I saying? Oh, even well, the only thing I think about is the time apart is you get to miss them, and that's nice. It's romantic when you miss the person. Although often I think when you're missing them, you're missing a better version of them. Do you know what I mean? Because then when I get home again, I look at my husband, and I'm like, oh, it's not quite what I had in mind. I do it. Like that. And the 12-year couple, now, do you argue with each other? Oh, you do argue. She's feisty, isn't she? She's like, yeah. And you argue as well, sir. That's foolish. You've not learned yet, have you? Because I think that's a funny thing in relationships. I think men often don't understand why the argument happens, or even that they don't see it coming makes me, I can't believe you don't see it coming. Because often what happens, what is your name, madam? Liana. And what's your name? Alan. Now, the thing is, Alan, you will be irritating, Liana, because you're annoying, right? Men will be annoying, but while the thing is happening, you'll do something annoying, and Liana will go, oh, I don't have time for that row now, but I'll store the information. Isn't it? That's what we do. And then you'll do something else. Yeah, and I know men. And then also it'll be like, sometimes it's not what you do, it's what you don't do, isn't it? And she'll go, I fucking asked him to do that, he didn't do it, but I don't have time, I'll store that information. And then when Liana's got a bit of time to herself, she'll go, oh, I might sit down and watch some telly, or we could have that row. And that's when she'll go looking for you. And she'll find you, because it's quite easy, because you'll be sitting. That is the worst thing you can be doing at that moment. Isn't it? Because then we're all like, look at that bastard sitting. Don't see me sitting, do you? And you'll be there perfectly content, because that's the sadness. They're mostly men are quite happy, aren't they? Sitting there having their little happy man thoughts. Oh, I'm going to have beer tomorrow. That'd be nice. It's dry tomorrow. I'm going to set fire to things in the garden for no reason. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to buy more things that plug in. I fucking love things that plug in. Oh, there's Liana, love of my life. What was that, darling? Where the fuck did that come from? And they haven't got a hope in hell in the argument, because you see, every time you do something, she's stored it. She's put it in the filing cabinet, hasn't she? And she'll be going, what do you mean you don't remember what you said 2 months ago? Liana's in the fucking file. She's like the lawyer going, I've got it all here. Isn't it? But it's nice. You found each other, going to grow old together, and that's lovely, isn't it? You find that person, you go, that's a person for me. We're going to grow old together, slowly watch each other decay. That's a fucking joy, isn't it? Like youngsters there, you don't know what it's like. It's still the same, but it's slightly different. You watch each other get undressed, and when you're young, it's like, oh, hello. Now we watch each other get undressed, and I'm like, oh, that's changed and moved colour. Isn't it? That's changed colour. That you want to have that fucking checked. Yeah. Got a nice mix of ages. The young boys in here, the youngsters out doing a bit of spiking. Isn't that what the young men do now? They do the spiking. I try and keep up with what the youngsters are doing. Spiking, yeah. Didn't have spiking in my day. What we had in my day was men that were so boring that you spiked your own fucking drinks, didn't you? You're like, hey. But we just see things very differently sometimes. Like me and my husband, we're watching the same TV show, but we see it completely differently. We were watching this episode of Law and Order, the crime drama. First scene, this woman comes in and she's got a black eye and she tells her work colleagues that she slipped in the shower, right? A couple of scenes later, same woman, bruises the other side of her face, said she slipped in the bath, right? So I went, oh, God, I know what's going on here. And then Stuart, in all seriousness, went, someone's got to tell her she's got to get one of those non-slip bath mats. Right? That's what she needs. And do you know one of his favourite shows? He watches this prison show. It's called something like America's Most Dangerous Men Locked Up. Because I think, weirdly, I think men have a fascination with prison shows. Because I think you all sort of you have to think, how would you fare if you were in prison? Like, who would you be? I think you'd be fine, sir. You've no worries. I worry about some of these pretty boys here. Yes, look at it. No, not him. I think. I don't know what your role would be exactly, to be honest. But look at these little ones here. Oh, no. Yeah, I think you're going to be married to him in prison. That's what I think is going to happen. Too pretty, yeah. Look at him. He's looking at he's looking at his prison wife now, going, oh yeah, I've done quite well for myself. But I tell you what annoys me with my husband. He acts all sort of cocky when he's talking about it, as though he knows more about prison life than I do. I'm like, you don't know everything about my past, mate. You know what I mean? And then he's there going, well, see that man there, Joe? He's the top dog in the prison, but he's been disrespected. Now, what you got to do? Yeah, this is what you got to do. You see, you cannot allow yourself to be disrespected, right? So what do? You get like a toothbrush or something, biro, and make a shiv. You sharpen it to a point called a shiv. And then you'll stab the man in the shower. So that's what you got to do. Oh, that's what I'd do if I was in prison. I'd be the top dog. I would not allow myself to be disrespected. He was looking at him like, you're not even fucking top dog in this house. Like, why don't you run along and make me a cup of tea, you bitch? All right. The other thing I don't understand with men, like we both like football, right? But I don't understand how if we're watching football at home, like in the front room at home on TV, like my husband, his team is Aberdeen, that's where he's from. If we're watching them, I don't understand why he sits there wearing the Aberdeen shirt. You know, like he's going to get a call. I mean, I don't dress according to the TV show I'm watching. I'm not watching Strictly going, oh, I better put on my Paso Doble outfit. I like Call the Midwife. I'm not wearing a fucking nun's habit, am I? If I'm watching Holly Willoughby, I'm not dressed up as a brain-dead whore, am I? No. Oh, shut up. Bloody Q jumping in the Queen's funeral, for fuck's sake. I was really pleased she was caught out on that, because I've never fucking liked her. No. But I'll tell you this one thing, right? I found this out that men, have a much lower pain threshold than women, right? Because my husband had to have a prostate check. I don't know exactly what happens. Older men will know. Something like this happens, right? And also, I know that he made a fucking fuss about it. He came back like some sort of Victorian virgin who'd been violated. It was all like a terrible experience for him. He came back going, wasn't very nice, Joe. You wouldn't know what it's like. It's like a foreign body inside your body. Oh, yeah, I had no fucking idea what that's like. None at all. I think it's because your men aren't as used to being interfered with medically as women. We have it all our lives, isn't it? People are shoving things up us or pulling things out of us. Then when that part of your life's over, they go, oh, can we put your tits in a vice and take a photo of them? Let's crank it up so it's unnecessarily painful. And if you live in the area I live in, they do it in the fucking Asda car park. It's true. Men are all like, well, we'd like to go to hospital for these checks, please. And women, they just go, oh, put a porta cabin in the car park while they do their shopping and get their tits out and can't they? I couldn't believe that letter. I was looking at it going, well, is it going to be a nurse or just the bloke on the trolleys? What a fuss, though, honest to God. And he was there going, well, it's not very nice, you know, Joe, it's not very nice. The doctor puts his fingers up your bottom. I'm like, I know it's not very nice, so stop doing it to me. All right, that's right. You've been lovely. Enjoy your night. Cheers.
Go Caulfield, everyone!